Hello, guys. Welcome to our Revue Starlight set review. We're gonna be starting without Light Punit today. So it's just gonna be me, Tim Tom, joined by our review
Sometimes
expert,
here.
Sella
Yeah,
Sella D&B, however you want to be called.
yeah, that's fine. Sell it or whatever. And the set came out in English recently,
Yeah,
even though the Japanese release has
good
been
timing.
like a while ago. So
And the new set's
all
coming out.
planned.
New set's coming out soon too.
Yeah,
So
that's
great
true.
timing. We're not late at all. Uh,
Yeah.
but without further ado, let's just move on to the cards, I guess. We'll start with yellow today.
Yeah. So first
Uh,
card
First card,
is. Are you also reading the names and stuff?
I guess so.
Oh,
Stage
okay.
left for 2, Futaba Isurugi. We don't have to read. I mean, if the card's not important, we
Yeah.
have to read the names, I guess. But whatever. This card's double
Yeah.
R. It's important. It's a climax combo.
Yeah.
So stage left for 2, Futaba Isurugi. On play, this gains 1500 power, and it's a climax combo with the wind. When it reverses a card character, if you have the wind in your climax zone, you can search for a card, search for a review character, and add it to your hand. So
So
pretty
this is
basic.
like pretty basic, pretty mediocre combo in other sets, but this is like by far the best level 1 combo this set has.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's very reminiscent of like Magi Reko, where
Goodbye
like
process of elimination, I guess.
yeah, where like Magi Reko only got 5 on reverse level 1 combos, so the like Shimakaze is the most playable one that you got, and it's really similar here. The things to note about this are that the main finisher of the set is on a wind, or the best finisher. So if you run this, you have an 8 wind lineup, which is like good and bad. It's like good in the sense that usually in mid game, uh, you can kind of just attack with weaker characters, and either you like win their stuff, or you don't trigger a climax, and then you'll probably cancel twice or something.
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
Wind is a
this
powerful
which is
trigger.
especially good against like standby decks.
Fair
And
enough.
and the other thing is that this is Futaba in name, and your finisher requires you to ditch Futaba and Kaoruko, so that helps fulfill that condition, makes it a bit easier.
Makes sense.
Uh, yeah. So I think this is gonna see play right now in most decks. There's like
Probably getting
also seen
replaced with the new set.
probably getting replaced, and I've also seen some people run like the standby and no level 1 combo instead. I'm not sure how much of a fan of that I am, but like
Hmm.
that's also a thing that people do.
Sure.
Because the set naturally has like characters that gain soul, so you offset the standby a bit, and you also have like a bunch of twin drivers.
Sounds like a B to me, I guess. I wouldn't
Yeah.
rate this much higher, honestly.
Yeah, B is fine.
B
B is
minus
fine.
even would be fine, I think, for this kind of combo.
Yeah, well, usually it would probably be B minus, but like as is, it's like the best thing you got, so I think B is fine.
Next card, Nana Daiba, Precious Time. So this is a 3/2 6K. During your turn, it gets 1K for. No, during your turn, it gives the other character in your center slot 1K power, and it gives an additional global 1500 power to all your other review characters.
Yeah.
And on play, this heals. And also on play, you can pay 1 to bounce one of your opponent's characters. Wait,
No,
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 you
you
choose a
make them
character,
summon
you
something.
make them summon something. Okay.
So it's like for
So,
your reverse combo,
right, if you play one.
which, yeah, the red level 3, like all the level 3 combos are like pairs of characters, and the red level 3 combos are on reverse combo, so you play that with that,
I
basically.
see.
Um,
This is a cool effect.
yeah,
Haven't
I think
seen
this
it
is a
too
card
often.
that could be a lot better come second set.
Yeah,
And
it has a lot of text that I think scales well with like certain kinds of
yeah,
finishers, namely just on
it's
reverse
also
finishers. But like,
Yeah, it's also a decent standby target because it's just a
Being a
global
healer,
1/5.
is also like pretty good, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's fine card. You play it in the red on reverse deck. I don't think you really played in anything else. You could play it in like the yellow deck because your best other healer is the trial deck healer, which is like the what's the Asuna called it? Pump Soul. That Asuna.
Um, I forget.
Whatever. It's like pay one, ditch one, assign soul, and it's a healer. From the trial deck, and it's like the best other healer you have, and they're both the same character, so it's not like names matter or anything. Um, but yeah, usually the trial deck healer is better because you don't need like the other effects in the bound 8 wind deck, and in the red deck you play this because it's the best because it's a
Sure.
healer and because it's like has all this other text. Yeah, B seems fine.
Yeah.
It's a neat card.
Maybe B minus actually, if it's not that.
Yeah. Well, it's not
B
that
is
good right now, but it has potential. Yeah. Oh, I can write my own things, I guess. Yeah,
Next
fine.
card, stage left for 2, Kaoruko Hanayagi. It's a 3/2/9/5. On play, you bounce one of your opponent's characters, and this gains 2k power for the turn. And when you play the other wind, uh, you can pay
Yeah.
1 ditch a Futaba or Kaoruko if this is in the front. And then if you do that, all your characters gain cancel burn 2.
2.
Yeah, all of your other characters rather. So
Or
the
the
other
other
two
characters.
characters in the front basically get cancel burn
Yeah.
2.
So if you do like
So you're
triple
supposed to
combo,
stack these.
everyone has a choice.
Yeah, yeah, which sounds pretty good,
Yeah, it's like
all
the
things
best.
considered. Yeah.
I think it's like very marginally better than double Yukino and triple Mikasa.
Yeah.
So it's like in the best tier of finishers that this game has. Problem is getting to it,
I don't know
which
how
is
much I like that bounces rather than like digging for its own climax.
the bounce actually helps with like its damage output because swinging for 4 is a lot better than swinging for 3 for this finisher. Generally, unless or rather, it makes it so that you have good swings if you need to deal even or odd damage.
Mm.
Because like if you need to do even damage, you bounce, and if you need to do odd damage, you don't. Though the difference isn't that big, but there's also the thing where you can change into this, and then the bounce is pretty good. Though obviously, like if this like had like check 3 or something, this would be way better because then like the
That's what I'm
condition is
saying.
fucking easy.
Right.
Yeah,
So like if
I mean that
some
might
other
low key
card
be broken.
if some other card bounced for you instead, I think
Yeah.
that would probably would be a bit better. But um the damage potential of
This
this
is for
card
me
is
still the
pretty
best card in this
insane.
set. Oh, damn it! I moved my text box.
Assuming you can get the triple combo consistently.
Yeah, like triple is like I want to say 40% or something, 50%. You definitely can't get it every game, but you can get it somewhat consistently.
This should also be a
Uh,
combo I'd be looking to optimize come set 2, I think, as well.
yeah, this is like the most standout thing the set has, and because it's like completely non-interactive, and it's definitely the strongest non-interactive combo we have, and it's like also the strongest or like basically act tied with like the strongest on reverse combos. So that's definitely something to keep in mind.
Yeah, sounds good. Nana Daiba, my shine. Uh, Doing a turn gains 3k power if you have another review character, and then you can twin drive when it attacks. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Not a
Some
very good
people
card, I think.
played this, but like, is this if this was constant 4K for like 2 other characters or something, I'd think about it. Then it's like a 4K with upside, even though this set has I think, a better 4K.
It's like kind of in line with the Mill 2 cards that gain power, but not really. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I would have to really want yellow fixing to like play this card. I think.
I think like the next card kind of makes this card obsolete, even though they don't fulfill the same role because this obviously has Twin Drive, but like
it wouldn't take much to replace this card, and I guess we'll see with the next card.
I'm not sure if people run it in standby lists, but I don't think so.
Futaba Isurugi really fired up. If this is in the front row center slot, this gains 3k power and 1 soul. All right. Well, already I think this is probably just better, honestly.
Yeah.
All things
like,
considered.
2 soul is pretty good.
Yeah. This is just 2 soul all the time if you want it, which is actually kind of insane.
Yeah, in the mid game you lose feel and then you just jam this in the center and like you still have 2 soul beaters for free.
Yeah. Is this your best oversized?
Yeah, I'm playing this as my oversized.
Your costless blessing, sure. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be.
And it's also like on name for the finisher, right?
There are so many good things about this card. All right, sure. I'm gonna give it a B plus because maintaining relevance later is actually really important for zero slots.
It just gets like less. It's less good if you draw multiples, obviously. So that's why I guess B is fine for me. But I'm still running 4.
Next card, Karuko Hanayagi, My Shine. On play, give a character can't be reversed by the auto abilities of your opponent's characters. Anti-bomb, and it's a tap self, salvage brainstorm.
Yeah.
There's
also a tap self search.
So which is better? Which is better? Is this better because it's on name? Is this better because it's on name? In the deck it's in. This is better because it's on name. Okay, sure. Yeah, it's that kind of card.
I'm running. What about I'm still running like a split. I'm running like 3-2.
Sure.
3 of this and 2 of the search.
What is the search? Is the search one? I guess the search one is comparably good.
It's the blue double R. It's like on climax phase, check top and put it back. And tap self search. So the second ability isn't very relevant.
Like it's like whatever. These secondary abilities are whatever, I guess. I don't know.
We might get a better brainstorm in new set.
Not much else to say. Brainstorm. I think this is like a solid B plus, A minus, probably like a B plus.
Yeah, B seems fine for brainstorms. I don't know. It's like not a very good brainstorm, but it's like a self-tap brainstorm. So.
Tap self.
Good card.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Futaba and Karuko peerless match. On attack, choose another Revue character and it gains 1k power for the turn, and it's a level 0 stock bomb.
I don't think stock bombs are any good, so.
This one is...
like the 1k is whatever. It's like not enough. If it was like 1.5 maybe.
Hey, it could help your level 1 combo or something.
Yeah, that's the reason that it the fact that it helps level 1 combo that it's on
and
name
it's on name.
Reason I'm not giving.
It's on name. I'm not
giving it a D.
It's not. It's on name as well. This card's sick. Nana Daiva, good at cooking. This gains 500 for every other Revue character, so it's 6k. And then on attack, if you have the shot, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a Revue character, add it to your hand. This is just whatever.
They really like like constant 6Ks on this profile.
I mean, they have to give you some reason to run them, I guess. But yeah. This doesn't seem good enough.
The shot also combos on another card. Which is like an early play that has like the ghetto Sengoku Bazara thing where you check top 4, remove climaxes, and put the rest back, which is really not that good.
As it is, I don't see myself running this over the Futaba.
It has a shot trigger.
Yeah, but it's off name, and the combo is not very good.
It's like the only plussing combo that doesn't require reverse, I think.
That doesn't. I would not. I don't think that. I wouldn't run this. It would have to be a
It's something.
very specific synergy or specific like deck setup for me to want to run a card like this.
Yeah,
And I don't
it's
think
like
that'll change anytime soon. Like that's just the case for like all combos like this, right? Just requires like a
yeah.
very specific way you
I
want it to
just
make your
like
deck.
wanted to like if you can't reverse anything for some reason because your meta is like 99% AOT, maybe you can consider this. I don't know.
I don't think any meta in the world is 99% AOT.
Yeah,
Maybe it's like
sounds
a
like
four-person locals with like 3 AOT guys and like.
All right, dude.
Maybe if you have a 4-man Springfest and 3 people play AOT, sure. Where are we up to? Is this
Number
just
slide
the
20.
next combo?
Kaoruko
Slide-
Hanayagi,
slide.
Truth in Words. 217k. On play, mill the top 2 cards of your deck. If there are at least 1 level 0 lower characters among them, this turn it can side attack without soul penalty. And during the turn this is front attacked, at the start of the encore step, you can pay the cost, which is pay 1 and sack it, to search for... Oh, you play over it with the 3-2 combo. that
Can
we
you
talked
like
about earlier.
mute like Chip a bit because like I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something.
He's like
that's
moving. You're like moving
distracting.
your stuff.
On phone. I'll connect on phone. Give me a sec.
Okay, can
Yeah.
you just disconnect until you're like finished with the stuff?
So
So
this is
yeah,
the way.
this is the changer to the level 3.
Yeah.
This is pretty good because like when you play this down and you like side and then your opponent like kills it, you can bounce something and then you just put the level 3 in the back row and
That's
move
neat.
something up from the back row and attack into the empty lane.
That's neat. And then I like that you get to use the bounce on your own
Yeah.
turn, basically.
Yeah.
What happens if you miss?
What do you mean miss? Oh,
Yeah. That
well,
effect.
if you miss, it's kind of well. If the opponent has a
This is a
board
pretty
of
shit
full of
card, I
field-
think.
Well, how often does the opponent have 3 big lanes?
It's getting more. It's more common at level 2 than it is at level 1.
Sure, but like
Right.
it's usually there's like one shitter lying around that can reverse.
This isn't
If you-
something. I guess you would know if this is something you can do, but like, yeah.
Yeah. It's if the opponent actually has like 3 early plays or something, this is obviously risky. But the reward is also kind of there because you remove one of them. Yeah.
I think this is just.
Also, you can like even if the opponent has like 3 things, you can like attack the other lanes first and try to trigger a wind because you have 8 wins.
Sure. Or you mill your wins.
Just to clarify, this changes into the Kaoruko ping 2 ping 2?
Yes.
Or like
Yeah.
fake changes?
Yes. It's like
Yeah.
a fake
This
change.
card is
I think-
played, I assume?
Yeah.
This card is really.
In that
I
deck.
think the fact that you like early summon the bounce and then you just move it to back is like a really powerful play.
Yeah, and it also just gets you tempo if you open a lane with it.
Yeah.
It seems fine. You still get the cantrip from the Kaoruko, right?
There is no
It's not
cantrip
a
on the
cantrip, it's a come
Kaoruko.
into play bounce.
That's the reason why I'm giving it a C+, because it's like... You just
Hang
get the
on.
bounce, and that's it. The Futaba...
Wait.
The Futaba level 3 cantrips.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't this anti-damage of your... No, never mind. It's Encore Step.
No, it's
Never
Encore
mind.
Step, yeah.
I was excited for a little bit.
This guy...
Yeah, whatever.
This guy...
Holy shit. If this wasn't front attack, this would have been busted.
Yeah,
Well,
I was about to say.
Make review.
As it
Great
is,
again.
I think the fail case for me brings it down a little bit, but I can't deny that it's powerful
I've
when
moved
everything
this
goes
like from 0
correctly.
to 1 to 2, and I'm thinking about playing 3. It's like a good card.
Crazy.
And it's also like in standby, this obviously gets better.
Pay 1 for a 7k vanilla.
Yeah, that's your fail case. It's like better than like the Joker combo from Persona. That fail case is way worse.
Next card, I guess. Futaba
Yeah.
Yasurugi,
didn't-
my shine.
I didn't miss any good cards, did I? I don't think so.
You missed the Cancel Burn 2 thing. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
whatever.
okay,
There's
I get
not
that.
much to talk about with that card.
It's
So,
like the only card in this set worth a damn. No offense.
so the Futaba is on play. Draw 2, ditch 1. And when it attacks, you can ditch 1, pay 1, ditch 1 if you have a Karuko in the center slot to deal 1 damage to your opponent. And this gains 1k for the turn. It's alright.
Yeah. It's like when you don't get to the triple Kawaruko because you're missing a stock, you can use this
Yeah,
to like
a consolation prize.
supplement. Yeah, and it also like cantrips for whatever that's worth. It's not a good cantrip, but it's a cantrip. I'd be a lot more happy with this if it was a check X, but can't have everything. It's like C plus, I guess. We play C plus cards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We play all C cards. Well, we would.
It's like,
we
it's
could
like
see
a
ourselves
role
playing any
player
C
in
card.
the Kawaruko.
Yeah.
C plus cards are not embarrassing to play. They're like they
Yeah.
put them in a deck. That's totally reasonable.
Yeah, I think this is like a
if
fine
you
card.
if you play a D card, then yeah, I'm gonna start thinking it's a bit sketchy. But C is perfectly reasonable, and it's not a problem playing that sort of card.
Kaoruko Hanayagi, full of confidence. 0/0/500 power. When it attacks, you can ditch a card for your hand to bounce one of your other Revue characters. And it's a clock bond for that level 0 oversize.
Some people
So
like
what's
that
the
card,
purpose?
but this is
What's the
more
purpose
cute
of
than
something like
actually
this?
useful.
As a clock
Like-
bond, basically, right?
It's a
I think-
clock
this is
bomb that has
a-
like purpose later during mid game.
Yeah, that's what
It's like
that's
a
how I'd
clock
see it.
bond that denies a reverse and also lets you pseudo encore something.
Yes, I think that's basically it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Well, you also have the 1/1 event. It's like
It's
the 1/1
also
gear
on
from Attack
name.
on Titan.
And it's a discard outlet.
Yeah, but I think you have better discard outs.
That are on
Or
name.
like good enough discard outs. Not that aren't on name, but that you're playing anyways because they're
Sure.
decent cards.
Uh,
And you don't have like.
is there
you don't
anything
only
you can
have good
abuse with
cards
this
with
card?
his name.
I assume there's not much in the way
Not
of,
really.
like,
The
actual good
closest
cards.
thing is the Mahiru, and you already run 4 copies of that, and you play one like almost every turn anyways. So.
Okay. Well, I'm fine just rating this a C. With the caveat that I think this card's effect could become much better with the second set.
Sure. Because of second set potential, I'll give
Yeah.
it a C. I don't think it's very good. I think people
Yeah.
overrate the ditch a card bounce something from your day a lot.
I don't think it does very much, but at the same time, there's just nothing bad on this card, assuming you play that the oversize.
Yeah,
Do you
which
play the
you
oversize?
do play the oversize.
Yeah.
Then
The
there's
oversize.
nothing bad about this card. I'm just gonna give it that C plus, whatever.
Futaba Isurugi. Oh,
Yeah, you
you want to go
on.
or
I don't.
sure? Confrontation
I've
with
had a long day.
childhood friend. Global 500 to all your Revue characters, and then 1k to a character if you trigger check at climax.
There's a
Yeah.
married life, which is probably just better. Also, if you're playing like 8 wins, why do you need power? On like climax
there's
trigger.
not much else to say other than that
Yeah.
this is on name.
Sure, whatever.
Nana Daiba, Blinding Stage. This is the 002k. On play, mill the top 2 cards of your deck, and then this gains 1k for every Revue character that you milled. And then climax combo with the 2 soul. When your opponent levels up, if the 2 soul is in your climax zone, check up to the top 4 cards of your deck, and then choose a Revue character and add it to your hand, and put the rest in my
I'm not sure why they make this combo so often. Like 2 soul and then on level.
It's an enjoyable card. Like it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable that it exists. I don't think it's ever good because they're always tacked onto 2 souls, which are like theoretically they're good for leveling your opponent up, but in reality they're like worse than just 1k1 souls.
Well, but with
at
2
level
souls you
0,
can
I
level
think
them up
it's
twice.
Yeah.
Just go ham.
I
did
mean,
like
whatchamacallit?
triple
Amity,
combo
the
and
Amity
put them
combo
from level
was
0 to level
was
2 in
good,
kimono.
right? Yeah, I don't know. This combo's just
I
This
mean,
combo
it's
is
fun
okay.
when it works. I would never
It
take
can
this combo to a tournament.
it can actually like kill the opponent's cards, unlike most of these combos, which is like a thing.
that's fair enough. It also mills more, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, does it really matter if it kills the opponent's cards if it is never going to live? Like,
Yeah, because like
Sure. I mean, not being
it
able to
puts
kill
more
your
pressure on
opponent's
the opponent.
yeah.
there's really, I mean, if they level up, then obviously the pressure's already been given. You don't need this card to do it. You don't need to kill anything. Like, the
Well,
pressure is
no,
That's
one
even
less
more.
card they have to commit.
it pressures them more because they have to clock, and maybe you put them to like 1-5, 1-6 or something, and they really don't want to
But
clock.
yeah, they would clock either way, even if this card was like had effectively 500 power because they've been pushed
I don't
so
think
I
far.
so.
don't think so. Actually, I think the opponent is
I-
far less
Unless you're missing
incentivized.
like the climax or something.
Come
Then
on,
you
dude.
clock
On
the
turn
level.
3, they're not going to have everything they need. That's just not how it works.
Well, if you leave them
You don't
cards
do
on
it.
board to
Every
attack
time I
with the
play
next
against summer
turn.
pockets, I rush them, and then turn 2 they have double combo. I don't know.
They're going to clock. Like, be realistic. Like, I don't think that this having power is actually relevant.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
rating
also
this
a
card
mill
high.
too.
I don't care if it's a mill too. I'm sure you have better mill options, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
You
you
have a
do.
better mill too.
Like, if I saw this card in my opponent's deck, I would think they were memeing. 100%.
You wouldn't be
You're not playing this in a serious
far
deck.
off. Yeah.
Sure. We shouldn't spend too much time on this. It's not the worst thing. It's also not exactly the best thing. It's like
This
this.
card
Futaba,
is
Isurugi,
next
and
card is neat.
Leotards.
I like this card.
103k. This gains 3k power and a soul if it's in the center slot, and has Clock Encore. So it's a lot like that Carbuncle from Puyo Puyo.
Oh, yeah, but it's better than
Yeah,
the
it's
Carbuncle.
But it is
because
better,
like
obviously.
It's
6K
Carbuncle.
It's 6k
Being
versus
6k is better than
yeah.
4-5.
instead of 4
Yes.
5. Yeah.
Uh,
I think Carbuncle was already an alright card, and I think this is on name for the level 3.
this is Carbuncle,
you'll-
but better. Oh, it's on
Yes.
name,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
You won't always clock on Cordis, but you'll clock on Cordis sometimes because, well, it helps you save a card for
I
like
really,
mid-game.
I also really
Which
like
is
this
really
just as
resource
a
intensive.
mid-game play to ensure that you hit level 3 too, because this is that kind of deck,
Yeah.
right? Where you want to hit
Yeah.
level 3 when you want to
Yeah.
hit level 3. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I think, yeah, just fine card, really good filler.
There's not much to say about that card. It's
Yeah.
just great filler.
Yeah.
This
Karuko
goes in the-
Hanayagi and
oh.
Leotards, 103k. On play, check the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2 cards that are either a review character or the 1/1 event, and then put them face up under this card as markers in any order, and then put the rest in waiting room. You can sack 2 markers to bounce one of your opponent's level 0 or lower characters, and this gains 4/5 for the turn.
I think if this was like kill a level 0, maybe, but like bounce a level 0 is like not close to
It's,
being good enough.
Oh, look, the best part about this is that's a 7-5. Sometimes that's
Well,
literally
only
all
if
that
you
matters.
bounce, right?
only if you
have
bounce.
to
You have
bounce.
to bounce.
Yes, you do. Wait, do you? You can pay
Yes.
cost. You
Yeah,
can
but
pay
it's
cost.
You
choose
have
one.
to.
It
You
doesn't say
must
choose up to
bounce
one.
it, and then you get the 4,500 power. You can't choose not to bounce something.
Yeah, okay, but sure. How often are you not going to have something to bounce? And like bouncing a
Sure.
brainstorm is not. It's not actually worse than not bouncing a brainstorm. Like it doesn't
I
matter.
guess.
That's why when you trigger a wind, it doesn't do anything. But some amount of the time, this is 75, then that's it. I don't
Then
think
mill
there's.
2. Then mill 2, to be fair.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you hit like anything that isn't a
Okay,
character
maybe
or that
not D
event,
minus. D is fine. It's like
yeah,
not
if you hit,
actively terrible.
well, take
It's
into
just
account that there's going to be like, I don't know, 15, 20% of the time where this card is a 103k that just milled 2 and did nothing else. I don't know. This card looks like it sucks.
I think
It's
it
like-
sucks.
But it's cute.
It sucks.
Okay, dude. Oh no, not this.
Nana Daiba,
Oh,
directed
no.
sword. Anti-change stock. Anti-change sack counter that sends their early play to
Opponent to
stock.
As does every yellow anti-change counter that
Mm.
sacks for some reason. I don't know why. Like
The only-
some pockets
the
one
only-
does it.
I really don't like stock
Yeah.
kicking.
No. Like the only
It's-
acceptable version of this is the Clannad one because it's a level 1.
No, I
Every
think like
other-
this. This is just a sack counter, and you ignore the anti-change part, which is why I cut it from my deck. But it's like still a sack counter.
Are sack counters even good in this day and age? We're not in 2015
Yeah,
anymore.
because there's a lot of like cards that have like anti-event but not anti-backup, and that still needs
Whatever.
reverse.
I mean,
Like, for
Assuming
example,
you
the
had
new-
an event to counter
Yeah,
their thing in the first
Yeah.
place, I guess.
yeah, sure. But like, I think sack counters are like back into a decent spot, decent to good spot.
It just
But
depends on your
it's
meta.
not enough for like me to like use this. Even though like this combo doesn't use battle phase stock, so you have the 3 stock to like sack it. But like this combo, this level 3 is like pretty all in anyways. Like either the opponent dies or they don't. It's like pretty likely they die. So what's the point? Because an anti-change this is really mediocre.
Whatever.
Also
It's-
off name, so
Next card. Nana Daiba, Eternal Stage. 2275. 4K during your turn if all your characters are Revue. And has hand encore. This sucks. This is okay. This is okay. This is just
is
okay.
in like standby, obviously, not anywhere.
Only for standby, yeah.
This is like okay. I think
I
you
have-
is this in no game?
I've really warmed to this sort of profile in standby decks, like, because I think it's really hard to wall out EPs and stuff. I think that just having more power on your, like, basically UA's philosophy, right? Like more power on your turn and some sort of other survival mechanic is better than just constantly being, kind of big but not big enough to fight off EPs.
Yeah,
That being said, I think standby sucks. So it's like
yeah.
C
It
minus,
gets
I guess.
the minus for standby tax.
yeah, I'm sorry, standby, but you just won't ever be good by my reckoning.
Nana Daiba, Pajama Party. When this direct attacks, choose another character and it gains 1500 power for the turn. And when it gets reversed in battle, you can pay cost to rest it. And then at the beginning of your next encore step, it goes to the waiting room.
If it bumped like 1/5 on attack and on direct attack, maybe, but like as is, no, not good enough. No, I think
How
these
do they-
fine.
How do they reckon?
Yeah.
How do you reckon they pick these effects? Like they pick these effects to go together? Because, like, really, this is like
Well, it has
a
the direct
really
attack,
bad-
so it survives, and then
This is like the worst plus in history, man. I've.
Well, I think P5 is like a Ryuji that has only the second effect and is like a 2K, so this
Sick.
is better than that. But yeah, it's not exactly like good.
Futaba Yusurugi, childhood friends escape. Your other vanilla
1/0
Karuko
vanilla.
gains 2k power in the center slot, sorry. And it's a ditch bond to that vanilla. Sweet. All of this is on name.
You can get a thick vanilla, but like, do you really want that? To be fair, you could run
Oh.
like a thin line of this, and then you just have a 1075.
Giraffe. 002k.
No. Going back to what
Oh, sure.
they're talking about. A 1075 is actually not terrible, and this is a ditch out. I could.
Yeah.
You know what? This is not a complete joke. This is like a vaguely playable card.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why I gave it D plus.
Yeah. Now this giraffe though. Oh my god.
You get to look at the top card of your live deck if you play it or another review character, and you can pay 2 rest it to search for a Revue character, and it's off trade, I think, right?
No, it's Revue.
No,
It's
it's
Revue?
review. It's
Ah,
review. You can
shit.
see it.
Like
This is
I know Matt and Connor play this in like their standby lists, and
Nice.
it's like the you have like a comment to play mill 2 that you keep spamming. So if you know like the top card isn't the climax, you can just you only have like the second card to worry about being a climax for that, and then you can like brainstorm for 6 cards. So that's like a cool thing.
This is like a fine card.
You
Thought it was
don't
gonna be a
really use the pay
meme.
to rest thing, but like
no.
the
You can pay
it's pretty
2
good
to
in this set.
when you've checked top and it's not a standby, and you mill 2, it's not a standby. You can pay 2 to maybe have your top card be a standby. Isn't that great?
Or you
I'm
can
not
just
changing my
brainstorm.
rating. I'm not changing my rating. Like,
I mean, that's
no.
fine.
If this is what the deck needs to play in order to like not be terrible, then I'm pretty sure standby is terrible. What's this
Karuko
next card?
Hanayagi, in order to become the world's number 1. 1035. Gains 3k during your turn if you have another Revue character, and then you can pay 1 as a startup to gain 1k power if you have 2 or more other Revue characters, and your opponent can't use Encore effects for the turn.
This is like Shiki, but she doesn't need a climax combo, so this must be broken.
Is it? I think it's just better because it hits higher.
Yeah.
But you have to pay during main phase. So maybe it's not better. I don't know. I'm giving it the multi-blood rating.
All right.
Because now you mentioned that. It's really sad that this used to be such an iconic ability, and now it's just some
Trash.
random chick lying
I mean,
on a
what
bed.
what even had Encore, like Railgun and Angel Beats and nothing else?
The 1/1 Persona 4 double R. Yeah, I went
Yeah,
there.
but nobody played that.
You have to remember back in
I have that in SP. Nobody played that.
It's a very nice looking card. The 1/1 Hisui and 1/0 Kohaku from Melty Blood had Encore.
Sick
How
cards.
often did you see a Melty Blood mirror? Like legit.
I don't think I've ever seen a Melty Blood mirror, to be
Yeah,
quite
so,
honest.
okay.
Bananaisu Nana Daiba. On play against 2k, so it's on play 7k.
I don't
Whatever.
think there's like any reason to play this at all. So
Waifu deck card.
yeah.
Vanilla.
The vanilla.
It's
that's
on name.
bondable.
Vanilla that's on name and bondable.
She gets a C because she's cute.
All right, dude.
Chisaki. Wait, that's not what that card is. It's
there
a
is
Futaba
no-
card.
Um,
If you don't have the brainstorm, this gets neg 2k power. This is just whatever, I think.
there is no way you play this, right? Like
No.
Ellie clones are just. This is like. It's probably better than an Ellie clone, but it's so bad.
It's a 1/1 vanilla.
Was that an S? That's the first S rating I've ever seen.
Karuko
What a
Hanayagi, Sightseeing. 2/1 4k. Your other center character gains 500 power, and it's a level X in front. And at the beginning of your opponent's main phase, you can pay cost, which is 1 stock, to choose 1 card in your opponent's clock and put it in the bin. And then if you do that, your opponent puts the top card of your deck into their clock. So this
Like the second
is
best profile to counter Love Live Sunshine.
Thanks.
The best profile being the ban list.
Yes.
Well, the bouncer also kind of counters Sunshine. Bouncer is also good in Sunshine. I think because there's the changer bouncer, this is like less relevant.
Maybe. I think this is just denies just them playing the thing at all, though.
Yeah.
So like they don't
If
even
they don't
get
have it
they don't
twice.
even yeah. Okay, dude.
Yeah.
The Sunshine player is good or whatever. The GGO player is definitely gonna plan
Well,
to
the
have
GTO
another
doesn't
coffee
need it.
over there.
GTO doesn't need it, right? They have the other early plays anyways, the experience ones.
Sure. But like,
If there's no level 3 support, this is like the best standby support, right? Because it supports your level 2s
no,
and
there's
your level
a
3s.
there's a
There is a level
standby
3.
Nana. There's a standby banana that is pretty good.
It's
all
1-5
things
global,
considered,
but
yeah.
Okay, so
like
this
I
is
think
like
I think you can
C,
still play
whatever.
like one of this in standby, but like don't bother with this in like the full on 8 wind combo because you don't want to waste stock on something as useful as like preventing opponent from playing early plays. It's
So we
not
get
like
the C
you can.
plus rating when Sunshine was unbanned.
I think this would be like better if you have like a field-based level 1 strategy, so that the opponent can't like just sometimes is locked out of their early plays to like beat over your walls, which is like a thing. But like as is, this is just whatever. Might be better second set or when there's like a deck rampant that has like a clock condition.
Merlin, ooh,
Right
deck's
now.
also
This is,
that deck's also gone.
This is hard counted by the previous card, so it's an automatic.
Futaba
F.
Isurugi quarreling. Alarm. If you have 2 or more review characters and this is the top of your clock, choose one of your characters and stand it, and that character gains 2k power. Well,
The problem with this is that it doesn't actually work with standby. It almost works with standby, but it doesn't.
What
Alright,
is
What's it trying to do?
what is this?
What is this for?
I don't think there's
It's
even a tap to brainstorm, as far as I remember.
Um,
Wait,
You want to give
wait,
us
what?
D? Would you ever
This is
play
not
this?
playable card. This is not a playable
This-
card.
you
dude.
can't play
There's
this
no
card.
way.
There's no
No
redeeming.
way this
there
is
is no
playable.
There is no
Wait.
redeeming quality here.
What is this for? I actually don't know. Huh.
Is there like an event?
I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna scan down and see if there's any spicy cards.
Futaba
That might be-
Isurugi invitation
Yeah, sorry
for
for
admission.
missing something.
10k. Ooh, with 2 soul. Ooh,
2 soul.
2 soul. If there are no markers under this gets neg 7500 power. And then on play, you can choose itself in your bin and then put it
Marker
face
it.
up, marker it underneath, face up underneath this card. This is a cool card.
It's like okay.
2/1 2 soul, sometimes 10k.
Yeah.
It's not bad actually.
Yes.
That's pretty good, all things considered. And it's on name.
Yeah.
Like,
The only drawback is that you have to run like 3 to 4 copies of this.
yeah, but it's on name,
Yeah.
so those slots aren't necessarily even wasted.
They kind of are, but yeah. Okay, I
Okay,
think
there
Alf
are-
is
there
looking
are-
for the card.
There are literally no red
Uh,
cards that tap in main phase except the brainstorm. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm just
Okay.
curious. What is this card supposed to do?
We
it was
can go
printed-
on without Alf for now, I guess.
Yes, you can. I'm just kind of being silly here. Oh, there's a pay 2 tap in blue.
Obstinacy competition 1/1 event. It's a counter. Bounce one. Choose one of your Futaba or Karukos in battle and bounce it to your hand, and then choose a
And then
character
you
in your bin
salvage and
and
ditch.
salvage and then ditch. So it's like shitty. It's like move gear,
Yeah,
Basically.
it's the 1/1 move gear. Just like
which is not
Meh.
very good.
it is a pay 1 plus, but it's an event. Not worth it.
Wait, it's not pay 1 plus.
No, you bounce something, salvage something. Oh no, it's not.
How is it a pay 1
I
plus?
Guys, I
Oh,
found
no.
it. There's a 2/1 10k Cloudine. It reads when this is placed from hand to stage, rest this, and that's literally. And it also has when you play blue climax, stand this. So yeah, there you go.
I can't see myself playing. Maybe you played it. Maybe you play it in the Futaba deck, Futaba Karuko deck, just as like a anti-meta card if you're post finishing turn. But like, honestly,
You don't really have the luxury to like keep something like
I mean,
this
you have
in your
stock,
hand.
but you have like the stock, right? Oh yeah,
Yeah, you
oh
have
yeah,
the
that's
stock.
true.
The thing is, you have to like clock every non-name that you have in your hand, so that you have enough on-name cards
Sure.
in your hand.
This just does not sound like that good. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would rate the old gear this one too. It's just not a very good card, unfortunately. Cast Party Photo, 2/1 event. If you don't have a banana, you can't play this from hand. Choose a character in your bin with choose a Maya or Claudine in your bin, whose level is equal to or lower than your level, and put it on any slot of the stage. So
Just cheats on stock for
yeah,
yeah,
they
that's
have that's it. Also has
If
a
it was
funny
2-0,
funny
maybe.
name requirement. There are early plays for those two, right? I think.
No,
No? Oh,
their
okay.
finishers are like
Sad.
crazy.
Well,
But like, if this was 2-0, maybe it's 2-1.
this could okay. Obligatory next set warning. This could become pretty good next set, but as of right now, I mean,
Unlikely, but possible.
it could from your bin is pretty interesting, kind of.
This is one of those cards which has potential to break, if they're not careful. So keep an eye on it, but it's definitely not a card you really want to play.
Yeah,
Not right now,
I agree.
anyway.
There's just no good cards to play with this card.
Yeah, there's not even a good nano with this.
Yeah, I mean, standby, dude.
Yeah, sure, the 3-2.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, that was yellow. We'll be back with red in just a little bit.